Here this morning, our very own Jack Batt, and to introduce him / maybe roast him is his wife, Penny.
Good morning. If you don't already know me, my name is Penny Batt, and I am married to today's chapel speaker. Jack and I met in 1995, 30 years ago, when we were brand new teachers at a school in Atlanta. To introduce him today, I'm going to tell you 5 things you might not know about Jack Batt. So, number 1, his name isn't actually Jack, it's John. And when I met him, he went by John. However, there were a lot of Johns teaching at that school where we were, and at some point, people started calling him Jack, which is a nickname, and his mom had sometimes called him Jack. But my whole family calls him John, most of his family calls him John, and I tend to switch back and forth, and that can sometimes be confusing to people. Number 2, Jack is the youngest of 6 children. And his family tells a story of how the kids, before he was born, the kids lobbied their parents at the dinner table every night because they wanted another baby. And this went on for a full year. When his mother gave birth to him, his siblings literally ran up and down the street telling all the neighbors that baby John had arrived. Jack likes to give people nicknames. This is number 3. It's usually pretty random whom he bestows a nickname on, and I know there are some of you out there who he has nicknamed. I don't want you to think that you're special for getting a nickname. I do not have a nickname, and in fact, the only person in our family who he has nicknamed is our oldest son. Number 4. When Jack first came to Baylor, he taught geography to 7th graders. In fact, he has taught Baylor students of every age group except 6th grade since 1998. And number 5, Jack has worn many hats at Baylor. History teacher, boys crew coach, girls crew coach, head crew coach, dorm parent, mentor, MLK Day coordinator, detention proctor, library proctor, and he even helped out middle school wrestling one year. And now he'll add to that list when he gives today's chapel talk. Please welcome Jack Batt.
Hello, everybody. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. My name, as I said, is John. I've been teaching, like I said, I've been teaching here for over 25 years, and I've seen a lot of things at Baylor. And so every Monday, like today, we come in and we hear great speakers, fantastic speakers. And some of them are former students, and they always talk about how magical Baylor is. Baylor is magical. When I was here, we did this and we did that. It's almost like there was, unicorns and rainbows here at Baylor. And then on Fridays, I come in for assembly, and on Fridays, I hear great senior speeches, and they're always good. But I've also noticed, and maybe you have too, that every so often the students talk about how hard Baylor is, and how hard working through Baylor is. And there was no rainbows, and they were kind of wondering where their unicorns. Where's this Baylor that the people on Monday were talking about? Because I had Mr. Batt's class, and he's making me suffer. I don't know what's going on here. Where's my Baylor? Why am I not crazy for Baylor like these people on Monday? So what I'd like to do today is talk about a bridge between these Monday speeches where past students come back and they're like, man, I love Baylor. And Friday speeches were kids saying, yeah, I love Baylor. I had some really rough years. It wasn't all giggles. It wasn't fun all the time. So what I want to do is tell you a little bit about me, because I went through the same thing. I didn't go to Baylor. I went to a place called Nichols. But I went through many of the same issues that I think many of you are kind of working through right now. There's two caveats. One is this speech isn't for everyone, because some of you are in that happy spot about Baylor. You found it. This is your school. You found your place. You found your friends. You love everything about it. Great. Keep being happy. And for some of you, you have some things outside of Baylor. Family issues, health issues, that are coloring your world. And I understand that. So I'm not trying to acknowledge it. I know that's not scary. I'm not acknowledge it. What I'm trying to do is catch a few of you who are wondering, why does everybody keep saying how great Baylor is, but sometimes I don't know if I feel that way? What's going on? Let me show you a couple things about my life, if you just bear with me, okay? A little patience. Here's the second guy. I'm going to show you some really embarrassing pictures of myself. I'm giving you free right to make fun. You are welcome to, oh my God, at least I don't look like that. You're welcome to tell your neighbor, you know how when something happens, you lean over and go right ahead. Yeah, that's me. Future hockey star. Yeah. As many of you know, I was born in Buffalo, New York. I seem to say it every time I'm on campus. I lived in a little suburb called Williamsville, and it was pretty awesome. I was a really happy kid. It was quiet. I had, as Penny said, 5 brothers and sisters who doted on me. I had 2 loving parents who did everything in their power to make me happy. I was pretty happy. That's at my brother's graduation. I was pretty happy. If that's not Buffalo in the 70s, I don't know what it is. With the shorty shorts and the guy walking around with no shirt. But you can see I was pretty happy. I was doing great. In the 5th grade, I went to Nichols. And when you think of Nichols, you can kind of get an idea. It kind of looks like Baylor or whatever, right? Nichols was, think of like Baylor, except it was a day school. It was a big campus, beautiful campus. Every time people come up to the campus, they're like, oh my God, you live on this beautiful, what a beautiful campus. I mean, yeah, that's a really good campus. This was the 80s when I was there, so if you can imagine, we had our own hockey rink. It was wealthy, like Baylor. We had lots of athletics. Some of the greatest teachers, Truscott and Stratton, I still can list off their names. It was pretty wonderful. It was a pretty great school. I started there in 5th grade, and oh Lord, yeah, there's me. That's me in 5th grade. We had to wear a shirt. We had to wear a tie and suit jacket every day, in 5th grade, 8th grade, every day. And it was okay. And then I hit puberty. As Penny likes to say, puberty hit me, and often. My sister is 5'11". In 8th grade, I shot up past 6 foot. I had stretch marks on my back because I went, right? Look how thin my arm is. I was roughly my height right now, wait for it, and 100 pounds lighter. There was not much there. On top of that, as you might see around my rosy cheeks, I had acne everywhere. And then I had these glasses I don't even know what's going on with those glasses. And I wore, oh, look at this. Ooh. I put my glass protector, oh my God, it was just a nightmare. It was a nightmare, it was terrible. I was so tall, so fast, I had no coordination whatsoever. So they would say, of course, you have to play basketball. I couldn't dribble a ball because it was so far down there. It was just horrible. And then, what was I wearing? I don't know what I was wearing. Why am I wearing a scarf, like a Harry Potter scarf? I don't know. So I had these incredibly beautiful, wonderful people around me. My family, look at that smile. Oh my God. My life say, oh my God, sorry. Sorry about that. Oh my God, sorry. I had these 5 beautiful older siblings going to Princeton and Berkeley and Brown, and I had that smile. I just was so unhappy. And the reason I was unhappy is I kept waiting. I am super tall, super geeky, I am badly dressed, braces, and every Friday night, I'd sit by the phone. Please ring, somebody call me, please ring. And I would sit there and no one would call me. I watched every episode of 18 and every episode of Simon and Simon. You don't know those shows, Ask Mr. Cox. Oh yeah, some of the old people wouldn't know. I watched every Friday show because I was home alone every Friday night. And I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, you're stupid, you're ugly, you can't play athletics, you can't do any sport, no one's going to date you. When are you ever going to get a kiss? Oh my God, you're so stupid. Stupid and ugly. Stupid. Sound familiar? And it is, it's kind of giggling. It's like, what were you thinking? But I think a lot of you, and I bet more than I think even, feel this way every so often, don't you? Don't you feel this way? Like, it's not the time when you're with your friends. It's not the time in the classroom. It's not the time when you're with your family. It's alone at night when you're looking in the mirror. When it's alone and you feel lonely and it hits you and you're like, I think it's a good idea to wear Larry Bird shorts. I mean, who wears Larry Bird shorts and long sleeves? Like, what? I was just miserable. Oh, the famous glasses. Penny keeps laughing at me at those glasses. They were, I don't know, like half the size of my face. I thought for some reason they were good looking, and yet I still didn't get any dates. It was terrible. Junior year, I still have those glasses. That's how good my life is going. Junior year, I'm like, oh God, I'm still not smiling because of braces. But something, at that point, I stopped growing tall and I started filling out. I was finally able to be a little bit thicker. I had a little bit more coordination. I was at my regular height, so I started figuring things out. And that spring, Nichols decided to create a career team. I was like, okay. So I tried it. And I found friends. I found a coach who didn't know anything about it, but we all learned together. That's me freezing in Buffalo, New York weather in shorts. I went to Empire State Games, and all of a sudden I was like, wait, crew could take me some places here. This is kind of awesome. Again, the glasses, why? I finally felt better. I started doing better in school. I started feeling better health-wise. I started smiling more. I kind of felt good. At graduation, I got the Headmaster Award, which is one of the four big awards for Baylor. I got one of the awards for Nichols. I got the Headmaster Award. And that's my mom. And she was so excited. She's like, where did that come from? I went to the perfect college for me. Perfect. It was Ithaca College, right outside of some school called Cornell. Don't know about it. I heard that. Right? Yeah. Everybody's like, did you meet Cornell? I'm like, no. But it was perfect for me. Perfect size, perfect academics, working with teachers, no TAs. It was great. I was an RA, I rode, still skinny, but I was really happy. I was diving into my history. I was just really happy. I actually got another award for history. That's a Mayrock Award. I think he thought he was going to get it. I think he was thinking about it. But I was like, no, sir. And look at that tie. Oof. Like, that's some serious fashion sense. So at this point, I get another set of glasses, still not good. But, and at this point, I go off to grad school for a couple years, get my master's in history, and I'm looking for a job. And I find this school in Atlanta, and I'm like, a job, thank you. And I get down to Atlanta, and I meet her. We're not talking about him. Don't even look. Just close half your eyes. Right? Penny Houston was first job, first day at work. I walk into the auditorium. Blue eyes to die for. I could swim in those blue eyes all day. But this clod, I had to get my act together. So what I did is I got my act together, put on my best outfit, a Buffalo Sabres jersey. Yeah, that's how you rule them. Penny's like, I found Penny, realized I'm never going to let her go, and I married her. There's Drew, who guy I'm not talking about. There he is. Penny and I found a school in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and my family's like, what? I'm like, Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I was like, okay, we're going. We got some dogs. Some of the old timers remember our greyhounds. We were on campus. We found some children in the street. Right? Still, what's up with the glasses? I don't know. They're like weird. I don't know. There it is. Crew got me into one of the big reasons I got in was they needed a history crew coach who could coach wrestling. And I could coach wrestling without knowing any English history about wrestling. And I'm like, yeah. It was embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. But I got in the crew. It was lots of fun. Really enjoyed. Found some friends. Funny story. Sidebar. I don't know who that is. We're at dinner, and this big guy walks up, starting talking about Scottish history, and he's like, he could break me in half. And so I was like, why don't you sit down and have a drink with us? And he's like, greatest guy, really nice. I don't know who he was. Kids grow up. Everything's good. Now, at this point, some of you are like, wait, well, that was nice, but what? Weren't we going to talk about the bridge, Monday speeches, Baylor's great, Friday speeches? Yep. So, bear a moment, I gotta go back. There we go. I know, it's on the bus. It's this picture. I think about this picture a lot. When I was that's me in the 8th grade. I've just graduated. Congratulations, I graduated 8th grade. I am so unhappy. I'm in about a 4-year cycle between 6th, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. I had terrible grades. I felt I was dumb. Everybody seemed smart. I wasn't working hard, which made my grades worse. I was feeling bad. Everybody was dating. No one was dating me. As I said, I'm sitting alone, waiting at the phone. I'm like, why doesn't anybody? Why doesn't anybody call me? I'm all alone. And here's the point, is that I'm trying to get to, is that I kept waiting for somebody, and I realized belatedly, and this is the important part, I was waiting for me. I was waiting for me. I kept waiting for someone to call and say, hey, I'll do your homework for you. Hey, I'm going to take you out and let's go get some coffee. Hey, I don't have anything to do. Let's go play a game of Monopoly, grab some kids. Let's go have dinner and a movie. Anything, right? But I was waiting for someone else to do it. And that's my message today, is when you go back and you're thinking, why am I waiting? What you really got to do is start your own engine, right? You've got to, what I kept thinking was dark thoughts that I am ugly on the outside, so I must be ugly on the inside. So that's why no one likes me. And if you just turn the other way, if you stop putting yourself right in your own way, you take down those barriers. And if you said, you're not ugly, that kid there's not ugly. He's good. He's a good kid. He's funny. He's a nice kid. Likes to play Monopoly. It's really fun. If that kid had said, I'm going to call some people, see if anybody wanted to go see the new movie, if anybody wanted to get together and play some board games. I love cards. Maybe that kid could play cards. Or, I'm going to get involved in the play. I'm going to get involved in things. And so my message for you today is whenever you feel down, and again, we're not saying things outside of Baylor, or that every day has to be perfect, but the minute that idea in your head, like, oh, I'm ugly, and I'm dumb. No, you're not. You're the same person who was happy when you were a little kid, and you're going to be happy if you find someone like I did, and you're going to be happy if you find a job where it's not work, because I get to come to Baylor, and you're going to realize quite quickly that the people who are talking about Baylor on Monday, they're happy with themselves. And they're ready to start their engine, and they get involved, right? And the minute you do that, you go from that Friday, I'm having some hard times, to Monday of, wait, Baylor's so good. I can go on trips. I got walkabout. I got to play. Oh my God, I can go do the debate club. I can do periacular. I can do athletics. I can do outside activities. It opens up. And so what I end with is this, that the minute you stop waiting for someone to tell you you are good and beautiful and wonderful and smart, the minute you stop, Baylor's going to become magic for you. It is magic. It's a magical school. And if you're not there yet, I hope you get there. Because once you realize how great you have it, magic everywhere in this school, it's wonderful. When you stop waiting, Baylor's going to be there waiting for you. Thank you.